for details.
You double your money.
You Bet Your Life, weekdays at 4:30 on ABC6. This is Southern New England's trusted news source, Good Morning Providence.
All right, here's a live look outside our downtown Providence studios, and here are some of the top stories you'll see on Good Morning Providence. A frantic search for a young man who went missing at a Westerly beach last night. The efforts that are set to resume this morning. Plus, shots fired in multiple areas of Providence last night as police investigate 2 homicides in the last week. What we know so far about the latest violence. And more charges presented in the case against former President Trump in the classified documents case. And good morning. Thank you for joining us. I'm Tara Lenazak. It's Friday, July 28th. We start with your 6 o'clock hour of Good Morning Providence. It's a feel-good Friday here at ABC6, but it's also feeling hot outside. Let's get a check of that forecast with meteorologist Skylar Spindler as she is tracking that severe heat.
You know, you have that song in my head now. I'm gonna have that going through my head all day. Feeling hot, hot, hot.
Yes.
Right? Okay. It is. It's going to be hot today. Heat advisory is in effect today and now extended into tomorrow at 8 p.m. So listen, if you're going to be outdoors, take frequent breaks. Just keep yourself hydrated. That's just going to be an issue for today and tomorrow. Air quality alert for southeast Mass. So we got some issues with that, with the wind kind of pushing through from the north. And then we have a high riptide current risk today. So if you're heading out to the beach, that is the entire area. So all the way from Rhode Island, all the way out to the Cape. So just be careful if you're getting into the water. So right now, Providence, 71 degrees. Winds are out of the west at 5 miles an hour, and they're going to stay pretty light today, so we don't get too much of a breeze moving through the area. So current temps as we look around the area this morning, it is 72 in Falmouth, 75 in Boston, 72 in Westerly. So as we head through the day today, not so bad. It's pretty nice. We got those temperatures, though, on the rise. The humidity levels are on the rise. We'll have a lot of sunshine today, and we'll see those temperatures start to climb up into those 90s by the time we head into the mid-afternoon. So coastal and Cape area, you guys will stay a little bit cooler. So just be weather aware today as we head through the day. Heat advisory with those heat index values reaching about 95, even up to 100. So mostly sunny and humid throughout the day. Cape area, you'll be a little bit cooler and nice, but I'm gonna have more details on your weekend forecast coming up in just a moment.
All right, Skylar, thank you. At 6:02, our top story this hour, rescue crews are expected to resume their search for a missing teenage boy who vanished in the water dunes at Water Dunes in Beach Westerly. Now, they're looking for a 15-year-old who was swimming with family. They are calling it a recovery mission rather than a rescue now, given how much time has passed. Crews on scene told ABC6 News last night the initial search brought around 60 officers, Coast Guard members, lifeguards, and more searching the water. The boy was reportedly swept away by a current.
The surf was challenging this evening. Our swimmers, and they were out there. They did battle some surf conditions, but we were able to search the area. Unfortunately, we weren't able to locate the subject, but we will continue in the morning.
Now, surf conditions and wind made things difficult for search crews last night. The Coast Guard stayed on scene overnight, and local police and fire, they will return this morning. And now to developing news at 6:03. Providence police are investigating a string of shootings across the capital city last night. Police told ABC6 News a person was shot in the parking lot of a church on Olney Street around 6 p.m. and another victim was hit in a shooting on Union Avenue. Then a short time later, there were reports of several cars hit by gunfire after shots were fired near a housing complex on Salmon Street. Shell casings, they were scattered across the ground when our news crews got to the scene, but no injuries were reported at the housing complex. As police release additional details, we'll keep you updated both on air and online at abc6.com. These shootings, they come as Providence detectives continue to investigate the city's 9th and 10th homicides of the year, surpassing last year's total. A fatal stabbing in the Silver Lake neighborhood is the latest. ABC6 News reporter Daniel Coates was in court as the suspect in that case appeared before a judge yesterday.
William Sarmiento's family left court hand in hand Thursday, nearly 24 hours after he was stabbed to death on Sterling Avenue by Yomar Espada, who appeared in front of a judge this afternoon in Providence.
I'm going to enter no plea here today on behalf of the defendant.
Providence and Cranston police responded Thursday, saying an argument broke out on the first floor of a Sterling Avenue home. The suspect apparently living with the victim for a period of time.
While that argument turned physical, the suspect took out a knife and stabbed the victim several times. The victim then walked out of the house, out the back door, and then collapsed on Judith Street.
Police then located Espada 2 hours later.
Put out a car that was of interest. Patrol stopped that car about 5 p.m. and inside was a male suspect that we believe was the stabber.
Providence police also added that the victim in Friday's Texas Avenue shooting has died, making Wednesday's stabbing the city's 10th homicide of the year.
Compared to last year, we're about 4 to 5 homicides. However, compared to 2021, we were at 12.
Mayor Brett Smiley joined police Thursday commending their efforts, but concerned by the double-digit murders now in 2023.
We have people charged in 7 of those crimes already, and we need to do more to prevent these crimes from occurring in the first place.
Daniel Coates, ABC 6 News.
And the strong thunderstorms that passed through New England yesterday caused a few power outages. Of course, it could have been worse. A tornado was observed in southern New Hampshire. A weather spotter saw a funnel cloud over in Keene. Several trees came down there, and the power outages got up to 10,000 in Massachusetts and 1,000 in Rhode Island. Bringing you outside with our ABC 6 Skycam. The sun has made an appearance, looking gorgeous this morning at 6:06. Let's get another look at that forecast with meteorologist Skylar Spindler. She has your forecast on the 6.
Yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous this morning as we look out around Providence. It's 69 degrees in Newport. Winds are very calm right now. So here's what we're watching for the rest of the day. We're going to just stay weather aware. We have that heat advisory in effect till tomorrow at 8 p.m. Now, for the temperatures today, coastal area will be in those mid 80s, but as you head further inland, we're going to be starting to see those 90-degree temperatures, so upper 80s and 90s, and not much of a breeze today. So we're not going to see much of that like we saw yesterday. So here's what we're watching. There's a system that's just located just over Michigan area, and this is going to start to work its way into our area by the time we get into tomorrow. So we have this front line that's going to be moving in with this. So that means we're going to see those scattered storms tomorrow all the way through about 10 o'clock tomorrow night. So we are in that slight risk range, pretty large area that this is covering. And here's what that looks like. So as we start to move through the day tomorrow, we see those rain showers and storms start to move through. Again, these will be pretty scattered as we get into Saturday. I'm going to have more details on that forecast when we come back.
Time to check in on the roads for you. Taking a look outside at Route 95 at Thurbers Ave with our ABC 6 Skycam at 6:08. Let's take a look at travel times for you before you head out the door. Maybe you're traveling or you're off to work or you're out to get a yummy cup of coffee. All right, Route 114 northbound White Church to 195, about 10 minutes. I-95 northbound Route 4 to Thurbers Ave, about 10 minutes as well. And Route 1 northbound Kingstown Road to the Route 4 split, about 7 minutes. All looking okay for you on your Friday morning commute. And there is a traffic advisory this morning that we would like to warn you about. The Rhode Island DOT is changing the traffic pattern on Route 146 at the Hawkins Street Bridge in Providence. Northbound lanes, they will be the first to be shifted to the right as work continues on concrete repairs of the 66-year-old structure. Southbound lanes, they won't be affected until mid-August. Now, these traffic changes won't impact Hawkins Street itself, which is already reduced to one lane with alternating traffic. The DOT expects these lane changes to be in place until the end of the year. And in ABC 6 News update this morning, there's a happy ending to tell you about after local police issued a silver alert for a missing Rhode Island woman. We told you about this yesterday. North Providence police say they were able to locate 73-year-old Rebecca Francia yesterday in Milton, Massachusetts. Francia has been reunited with her family. And police are identifying the man who drowned yesterday at Buttonwoods Beach over in Warwick. Police say 58-year-old city resident Louis Diffley appeared to have a medical episode while swimming with family. Lifeguards searched for him after he disappeared in the water and located him, but efforts to save his life at Kent Hospital were unsuccessful. A Warwick police sergeant is accused of assaulting a suspect detained in handcuffs. The AG's office says Sergeant Britton Kelly was one of the responding officers for a domestic disturbance on Amsterdam Ave earlier this summer. The first arriving officers arrested a female suspect there. Her husband, the AG says, tried to pull one of the officers away from his wife and was then arrested himself. While he was in the back of a Warwick cruiser, the AG's office alleges Sergeant Kelly kicked and hit the husband in the face. It says the husband was restrained in a seatbelt at that time. Kelly is due back in court on August 10th. And have you gotten your Mega Millions ticket yet? Well, you could be the winner of an almost $1 billion jackpot tonight. The actual number of the jackpot drawing tonight is $910 million with a cash handout of $464 million. Well, that would be nice, right? If no one wins tonight's drawing, the jackpot, it will go over $1 billion, something that has only ever happened 4 times in the game. The high stakes drawing takes place tonight at 11 p.m. Good luck. And it is 6:11, still to come on Good Morning Providence. A Swansea man is arrested for allegedly taking part in the 2021 Capitol riot, how he's accused of participating. Plus, an Amtrak train hits a person while traveling to Maine.